Welcome to Smack Talk. 2 links down below in the description box as always to credit WWE. Don't forget that a lot of these moments that you see on the show, you can watch right from their website, like the entire 12-minute Randy Orton promo. You can watch the whole thing. You can also see behind the scenes footage that you will not see if you were live at the event or even if you watched it live on TV. That's why I always bring that up. Anyhow, so Randy Orton starts off the show. His entrance was longer than The Undertaker. That's a world record right there. Wild promo about Kevin Owens and how he's angry and he wants to punt his head right off his shoulders. The only critique that I have, and it's always from a script perspective, it's never on a personal level with any of the superstars ever. I always have to repeat that. I feel like he didn't make mention about how he's pissed off about the well-being of Cody Rhodes and what went down with him at the hands of Kevin Owens as he's talking about Kevin Owens. Just wish they threw that in there for the script. One less huffing and puffing and just a quick, you fucked with my boy, Cody Rhodes. And just, okay? And then the rest is great. Tiffy Stratton defeats Piper Niven in a non-title match. Piper Niven, underestimated, I think, sometimes. I was not expecting... I mean, I should have, because I pay attention to her matches. That Swanton dive off of the apron on Tiffy was fantastic. It was well done. And with all due respect, when you're a bit bigger, even when you're smaller, doing that move is not necessarily easy. So I always find that impressive. Charlotte Flair goes heel on Tiffy Time post-match by putting her in the figure 8 and telling her she should have been paying attention. And the promo was a bit weird backstage. I think it was with Kathy Kelly. Was it? No, or was it with Byron Saxton? How the hell did I mistaken Byron Saxton for Kathy Kelly? With Byron Saxton. Either which way, that promo from Charlotte Flair was a little bit weird on why she attacked it. It just didn't make any sense. But yeah, moving on. Pretty Deadly wins the triple threat match for the #1 tag team contenders match against Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza. Wasn't expecting them to win, not because I don't think they're capable, just because of the booking. But ever since they've kind of seemed to be leaning in the face direction, ever since they told DIY to go suck a lemon, it seems they're winning the favor of the crowd. They're a little bit more serious, a little bit less antics and theatrics. They remind me a lot of Breezango, Fandango, and Tyler Breeze, a.k.a. the Fashion Police. God, I miss those guys. Anyways, so yeah, this was nice as always. Tiffy, pretty Tiffy. Bianca. Oh yeah, that segment. That was something else. So this is bizarre. I like the segment in that we finally got closure, which I felt was long overdue. It was ridiculous. Bianca was confused at the beginning of the promo, wondering what was going on. Neither Jade or Naomi were returning her calls. Naomi was dodging the question, did you attack her? Did you attack her? She finally says she did it, but she did it for Bianca. She did it for herself because it was always supposed to be them two. She feels like Jade Cargill's piggybacking off of Bianca's success and whatnot. And it's one thing to be jealous, but wow, she went hardcore with that attack on Jade. I almost called her Jill. Jack and Jill. Jade and Jill. No. First 2 letters are the same. Get it? Jade, Jack. Anyways. See how my brain works or doesn't work? Exactly. The mind of someone with ADHD and OCD. I think she went too far and she said she wished she would have pushed her a little bit harder. I get going heel, but that's some like final boss level shit. I'm just saying. Something about it, and I don't know if it's because of the crowd, just the vibe. I felt their emotional delivery of the promo was actually really good, but yet it still somehow felt awkward. And I can't quite put my finger on it. I really don't know. Whatever. I really liked their outfit, and then when Jade came out to lay a small whooping on Naomi, she didn't do too much. She didn't like absolutely just go hog wild on her like she should have for what she did to her. I couldn't help but notice the outfit. Just amazing. I just love it. Kind of looks like blood, you know. And then her hair matches the outfit. It was great. It was like a one-piece suit. I even liked their outfits. It was just really good. It was good. She's got like what I call the proper level of attire on, all of them. I'm only mentioning that because, and I've said this before, and it's going to sound weird, and I really don't give a shit. I can't help but feel the way that I feel. I find it weird that a lot of the women, when they wear these types of shorts, it feels like 3/4 of them are crammed up their ass. Now, we're not saying that the view isn't nice. But what we are saying, or at least what I'm saying, is it feels weird because A, why is that needed? For one. But most important of all, there's no way that shit's comfortable. There's just no way in hell that's comfortable. Because I wear just regular, like, boxers, like pretty much all year around. Okay, boxer shorts. Like, I mean actual short shorts. The ones that I wear when I go outside. And if I'm like jogging or it's a little bit sweaty and I get like just that much of that up my ass, I'm like, oh my God. Like the SOS emergency cord in a public bathroom or in a hospital where you're like, help, 911. I'm just pulling on that shit because it's so like awkward and uncomfortable. So I just personally don't see how they're able to do that from a comfort level, because you could still wear the same shorts, the same style, but not having most of it wedged in between your ass. I'm just saying. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's cool. You can still look elegant and bring out whatever vibe it is you're trying to do without... I think that's what it is. I think it's, I see that, and on one hand, you're like, oh, cheeks. Like, I've never seen that before. But really, it's the, oh, because I can relate to the pain, the discomfort of when I'm in that situation. Not to that degree. Let's just keep moving on now. But I wanted to mention that. No security came out, by the way. It was just a quick brawl. I was surprised they let it go, but then again, I was hoping they were going to let it go on a little bit more with the beat down on Naomi. That's going to definitely set up another chapter, another rival. Speaking of which, well, we'll get into this in a second. Lex Luger, inducted into the Hall of Fame 2025. Very excited for that. I grew up watching him. I was a huge fan of his. I briefly have mild interactions with him, as other people do on Twitter, especially in the morning when he tweets out that he's thankful for living another day. Because if you listen to his entire story and his testimony and all that, it's pretty amazing if you give a shit about him in the first place. Braun Strowman defeats Solo Sikoa via a DQ. Samoan drop on Strowman. I wrote, that's some good cardio, because when it's been running around for a bit and you're a bit heavier, and then you're trying to pick up a dude that's 385 pounds. I'm just saying that ain't that easy. Then Tama Tonga rushes in. He gets whooped. Jacob Fatu's music hits. He comes out. Usually when people are coming out to lay an ass whooping or get their ass whipped, there's no music. But it's Jacob Fatu. And I'm okay with that. Definitely okay with that. Massive Fatu chants from the crowd, and I could totally see why. And then Fatu almost died, man. Like, did you see that? When he suicide dive between the ropes, his foot got caught in the second rope, and he kind of just went through the ropes and just like nosedive a lot quicker than he was supposed to. Barely made contact with Strowman, which it looked like Strowman was reaching out to protect him. And that is amazing. Logan Paul did the same thing with Rey Mysterio, because Logan Paul misanticipated himself in the ring, the positioning, and that comes with just experience, as talented as Logan Paul is. And Rey Mysterio did a moonsault off the second rope, really high up in the air, and Logan Paul was just not where he was supposed to be, but he caught him, saved his ass, because seriously, the way Rey Mysterio would have landed on the back of his neck, it could have been absolute catastrophe. I just thought I'd mention that. There was no security. They just let it go for a little bit. I like that. I like when they do that. It's very nice. This was interesting. Didn't like them in the beginning. Let me just get to that in just a second here. So Chelsea Green retains her U.S. Championship against Michin. Again, very happy to see Michin. It's rare that you'll see a title fight. A title match in a street fight. Am I wrong? Doesn't happen too often. That's what we got with this, and I thought it was fantastic. Chelsea Green came out looking like Cactus Jack. I thought that was absolutely amazing. And then Piper gets involved a bit. B-Fab gets involved a little bit, which is nice. I don't know what's going on with B-Fab now that it seems like the Street Profits have gone a little cray-cray to the heel side. It's the same thing with Bobby Lashley in the beginning. That was weird, with the suits and you want to be a real man. Then he took off to AEW. Well, because they let him go, I think. Just the whole thing's a bit weird. I like BFAB a lot, and I like the Street Profits. I just don't know how they're going to mesh well together. It's kind of like Ivy Niles. They made her go heel to go along with American Made there, the Creed brothers. So, Chelsea Green, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Alba Fire prevented Michin from getting the pin. She would have won, but obviously it's scripted, so this was meant to happen. As you could see here, she pledged her allegiance to Chelsea Green. There's actually a little quick interview backstage post SmackDown, again, exclusive on the WWE website that talks about that. Oh, it's actually right there. It's like 43 seconds long. So yeah, so I thought that was interesting because, as you know, Isla Dawn is now gone. The Unholy Union tag team is gone. I didn't like them in the beginning. I thought they were good. There's just something about, I don't know. Sometimes it's just a vibe. I just don't always like, whatever. But this will be interesting to see where they're going to go with this. Is she going to form like some big faction? I really have no idea. That's real. Cody Rhodes comes to John Cena. Cody Rhodes to John Cena. Come and get some. A battered and bruised Cody Rhodes came out, talks about the history with The Rock and John Cena. Again, nobody came out to argue with him or put him in an awkward position. Literally just nobody came out. There was no Solo Sikoa. There was just nobody. No Kevin Owens, like nothing. I was hoping for someone, for something, for Rock to show up on the Titantron screen saying something for 45 minutes. I'm just saying. May 24th, I believe, in Tampa Bay, Florida. Don't quote me on that, but definitely May 24. Saturday night's main event. You can definitely expect the Body, Jesse the Body Ventura, to be there. If only they had him on commentary the whole goddamn night. Drew McIntyre defeats Jimmy Uso. Nice to see Jimmy getting booked fairly frequently and not just being left on the back burner like a Marty Jannetty. Drew went to attack Jimmy post-match, but Priest came out to attack Drew because Drew at the beginning of the show kind of ran. Well, not kind of, he did. I don't know if he was running. Anyways, and he attacked Damian Priest. So that was a little bit of retaliation there, if you want, if you will. And then the final match, LA Knight defeats Shinsuke Nakamura to win his second United States Championship reign. Now, made you wonder with the miss on the ref by accident if LA Knight was just not going to win. Why did I write that if it wasn't going to win? I know it's scripted, but still. Anyways, Charles Robinson got missed. He talked about it on Twitter. And I thought it was funny because there was like my eyes are red and whatever. His whole face was red, actually. So about the championship, about the reign for the division of the U.S. title, I feel like it's a bit odd. Kind of like the Intercontinental Champ. I'm not saying that these need to be on display all the time, but if we go back to the 434 days of CM Punk's reign, oh my God. In like the first 6 weeks, he matched like what Roman Reigns did in like a year and a half or something ridiculous like that. I used to have all the exact numbers written down. And then Logan Paul defended like twice in 6 or 7 months. That's the part that I'm tired of. I'm not saying we need to pass the titles around like a hot potato. But like they've been doing where there's title changes on regular non-PLE events, Io Sky defeating and becoming the women's champ, defeating Rhea Ripley, for fuck's sakes, on a Monday Night Raw. If you can do that, then at least have more frequent title defenses, build storylines for all of the titles. They don't have to be these big, elaborate bloodline-like stories, but give us some little stories, some little feuds more frequently. Have more title defenses. Even if you're going to have Shinsuke win it. I think he was champ for almost 100 days, and he defended it how many times? 2? 3, if even that? Should have been at least, 2.5 times, 3 times that. So that bugs me. It really does. The frequency at which we have the title defenses. Roman Reigns, go ahead, hold on to the title for 4 years. But Jesus Christ, if a prior champ, again, this is not on Roman Reigns, this is on the booking. But if he's defending it in 5 years, what somebody could do in a year, there's something going on there. I fucked up. It's 15 minutes. Wasn't supposed to be this way. No. So I wrote that the US title division just kind of feels odd. I had nothing wrong with Shinsuke Nakamura being champ. I have nothing against LA Knight being champ. I just hope the storylines are better. Maybe they feel like they can book LA Knight, but I don't know. Thumbs up as always if you liked the video. Helps with the algorithm. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. We'll bend it in half, twist it. You get the Solo Sikoan spike. Right in the ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, naturally that would be great. But if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, and if I'm lucky, maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.